Every tragic beauty in Chinese history explained, from the fox spirit to the exiled princess. The fox spirit, Daji. The bronze pillars glowed cherry red, radiating heat so intense you could taste metal on your tongue. This was the Powell War, Daji's invention. A bronze beam suspended over burning coals, heated until it melted skin on contact. Dissidents were forced to walk across it barefoot. When they slipped screaming into the flames below, Daji didn't flinch. She laughed. To the historians who compiled Sima Qian's records of the Grand Historian, she was the cruel concubine who corrupted King Zhou of Shang before 1046 BCE. But the mythologists who penned the Investiture of the Gods told a darker story. The woman on that balcony wasn't human. The real Daji had been murdered on the road to the palace, her corpse possessed by a nine-tailed fox spirit sent by the goddess Nuiwa to punish the king. King Zhou was obsessed. For Daji, he created the pool of wine and forest of meat, a garden where cooked meats hung like obscene fruit and servants filled an entire pond with alcohol. When Bigon, the king's uncle and the court's moral authority, dared to criticize this madness, Daji whispered a question.
I've heard a sage's heart has 7 holes. Is that true?
The king had his uncle's chest cut open while he was still breathing. The heart had 7 holes. Bigon bled out on the palace floor, the dynasty's last moral voice silenced for curiosity. When the army of neighboring state of Zhou stormed the burning capital, they found the king had immolated himself. Daji was sentenced to beheading, but the executioners couldn't strike. Her beauty paralyzed them. They had to cover her face with black cloth before they could bring down the blade. Even death required her beauty be hidden first. The woman who wouldn't smile, Bao Si. 50 years later, King Yu of Zhou gambled his kingdom on making one woman smile. Bao Si never smiled. Her melancholy was absolute. Her face was a mask of stone. The king offered 1,000 ounces of gold to anyone who could break that facade. Nothing worked. Then a sycophant suggested the beacon towers. The Zhou's survival depended on beacon towers that would summon feudal lords only during barbarian invasions. King Yu lit them all. The lords roused their armies, marching through the night expecting war. When they arrived in battle formation, there was no invasion, just the king and Bao Si on the wall, watching. Seeing the kingdom's most powerful warriors confused and humiliated, that amused her. Bao Si smiled. The king did it again. And again. In 771 BCE, when the Quan Rong barbarians actually attacked, nobody came. The capital was overrun. The king was killed. Bao Si vanished. The kingdom of Western Zhou ended because a woman who never smiled finally found something funny. The weapon, Xi Shi. 3 centuries later, the kingdom of Yueg weaponized beauty with surgical precision. King Goujian had been defeated and humiliated by the kingdom of Wu. He needed revenge. They found Xi Shi washing silk by a river in 473 BCE, a village girl with impossible beauty. Men forgot how to speak near her. The idiom churn yui, sinking fish, claimed fish seeing her reflection would forget to swim and sink mesmerized. For 3 years she was weaponized. Music, poetry, seduction, taught to make a king feel like the universe's center while his kingdom rotted. She was sent to King Fuchai of Wu as a tribute gift, a Trojan horse dressed as a concubine. King Fuchai became obsessed. He built palaces, planted gardens, commissioned orchestras while his army disintegrated and advisors were dismissed. When King Goujian attacked in 473 BCE, Wu collapsed in a single campaign, 20 years of planning, 3 years of seduction, 1 fallen kingdom. Popular legends say Xi Shi escaped with her lover into a peaceful sunset, but darker accounts suggest King Goujian had her drowned immediately after victory. A woman who could topple one kingdom was too dangerous to keep alive. This is Hong Yan Buor Ming. Beautiful faces have thin fates. Her beauty saved her kingdom and ensured she wouldn't live to see the peace she created. The same weapon that made her invaluable made her expendable. The portrait, Wang Zhaojun. By 33 BCE, beauty became bureaucratic. Emperor Yuan had thousands of concubines, too many to meet. He commissioned portraits to decide whom to visit. Court painter Mao Yanshou demanded bribes. Pay generously, get a beautiful portrait, refuse, and he'd add disfiguring flaws. Wang Zhaojun was too proud to pay. The painter gave her a grotesque mole and bitter expression. For years, the jewel of the harem sat alone, unknown. When the Xiongnu Confederation demanded a bride for peace along the northern frontier, the emperor selected the ugliest woman, Wang Zhaojun. Better to waste an unattractive woman on barbarian diplomacy. On the farewell day, Wang Zhaojun appeared before the court for the first time. The throne room fell silent, the emperor's cup shattered. She was breathtaking. Legends claim geese overhead fell from the sky in shock. Luo Yan, fallen geese. The emperor wanted to cancel everything, but the treaty was sealed. The most beautiful woman in his empire rode north into the frozen wastes. She married the Xiongnu chieftain Hu Harnye and bore his children. When he died, she married his son. Xiongnu custom that repulsed her Han sensibilities, but was law. She lived decades in exile, writing poems about geese flying south, carrying messages that would never reach home. She died thousands of miles away, a political sacrifice no one remembered. The cost, Yang Guifei. By 745 CE, the Tang Dynasty was Earth's richest empire. Emperor Xuanzong, 60 years old, spent that wealth on one woman, Yang Guifei. Her beauty would shame flowers, Shu Hua. She loved fresh lychees from 1,000 miles south. The emperor created relay riders who sprinted day and night, killing men and horses from exhaustion just to deliver fruit before it spoiled. Dozens died annually. She was worth it. While the emperor wrote poems and built pleasure palaces exclusively for her, the empire corroded. Military governors accumulated unchecked power, border defenses weakened. The bureaucracy filled with young family cronies who purchased positions rather than earning them. In 755 CE, General Arn Lushan, allowed to build a 160,000-man army without oversight, launched a rebellion. The capital fell. The emperor fled. At Ma Wei Way Station, the imperial army mutinied. They blamed Yang Guifei for the catastrophe. The general delivered an ultimatum: she dies, or we abandon you. Xuanzong, 71 and powerless, handed her a white silk scarf, execution reserved for nobility. At 38, Yang Guifei hanged herself in a Buddhist shrine while the emperor covered his ears. He saved his throne. He lost his soul. The choice, Consort Yu. We end where loyalty and tragedy converge. Consort Yu was beloved of Xiang Yui, the hegemon king of Chu. In 202 BCE at the Battle of Gaixia, he was trapped, surrounded, outnumbered, starving. Then he heard enemy troops singing Chu folk songs, psychological warfare orchestrated by his rival Liu Bong. The message: your people abandoned you. You're alone. Xiang Yui had one desperate plan remaining, a suicide charge through enemy lines on Wu Jui, his legendary warhorse. But he couldn't take her. She would slow him down. If captured, she'd be humiliated. Worse, he didn't say this. She understood. Xiang Yui wept, asking,
Yui, oh Yui, what is to become of you?
She refused to be a victim. She asked for his sword, not for him, for herself. She sang her reply.
The Han army has taken all the land. From every direction, I hear the songs of Chu. My lord's strength can overturn mountains. His will dominates the world. But his time is ending. And without my lord, what is left for Yui?
She performed a sword dance, graceful, elegant, movements she'd executed for him countless times. But at the climax, in one fluid motion, she drew the blade horizontally across her throat. Blood sprayed across maps and battle plans. She collapsed into his arms without a sound. She didn't die because she was weak or afraid. She died to free him from an impossible choice between love and survival. With her death, he had no burden to protect, no divided loyalties. He could fight his final battle without restraint. Xiang Yui broke through the siege that night in grief-driven fury, fought to the Wujiyang River, and when escape proved impossible, killed himself rather than be captured and paraded as a defeated warlord. Two legendary figures consumed by war. One tragic love. The phrase Ba Wang Bie Ji, farewell my concubine, became synonymous with loyalty transcending death itself. From the fox spirit whose face required hiding before executioners could strike to the warrior's concubine who chose the blade over becoming a burden, Chinese history delivers one unforgiving lesson. For these 6 women, extreme beauty was never a blessing. It was a curse written in blood, fire, and exile. Hit that like and subscribe button for more deep dives into history's darkest corners.